Okay, I'm not going to rant, I'm not going to talk much, I'm going to go straight into this. This is my top 20 horror documentaries. So, we'll start off with at number 20, which is Reanimator Resurrectus. It's a 70-minute documentary on the making of Reanimator. At number 19 is Welcome to Werewolf Land. It's a 49-minute making of The Howling. Pretty good documentary. At number 18 is Standalone, the making of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which runs for only 33 minutes. It's in there somewhere if I can see it. Love Halloween 3. So, what's next? Document of the Dead. The original Document of the Dead. I haven't seen the updated version. So, the original Document of the Dead. But the lady who does the voiceover or whatever narration of this documentary, I hate the way she speaks. It's like, this is George Romero, who is the director, who also is the editor of the movie. Oh, shut up. She must have been stoned out of her head. Anyway, let's move on. Never Sleep Again is at number 16. A different documentary than the 4-hour version. It's only about the first Elm Street movie. A documentary on the first movie. Pretty good documentary which runs for 50 minutes. Okay. I'm not going to waste time. At number 15 is The Dead Will Walk, the making of George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, which runs for 75 minutes. At number 14 is John Carpenter's The Terror Takes Shape, which is a pretty good documentary. Probably the first documentary I've ever seen on DVD. There it is, there, The Terror Takes Shape. Yeah, that's at number 14. At number 13 is Michael Lives, which is not available over here, this third disc here. Michael Lives, the making of Rob Zombie's Halloween, 4-hour and 20-minute documentary, day-to-day shooting documentary, which it's not like a standard documentary. It's just from pre-production into production, and I think a little bit of post-production as well. It's 4 hours and 20 minutes long. It is a bit tedious, but it really makes me appreciate the art of movie making, the art of horror movie making. Great documentary. Okay, so what's next? I think we can change the song now. Let's change the song. Okay, change the song. Boom, 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 boom. Where is it? It's not down there. Here we go. Right. Sorry about this. Right, so where are we now? At number 12 is Halloween, a cut above the rest. And if you're a Halloween fan, you have seen this documentary, more than likely. It runs for 87 minutes. Right, I told you I wasn't going to waste time, just going to keep on talking as fast as I can. So, at number 11 is Swallowed Souls, the making of Evil Dead 2, which is a better documentary than this one up here, called One by One We Will Take You, The Untold Saga of the Evil Dead, which is the first movie documentary, the documentary on the first Evil Dead. I do like Swallowed Souls as a better documentary. It runs for 1 hour and 38 minutes. So that is at number 11. So let's go to number 10. Got a bit of Delta Force music going there. At number 10, Wreckage and Rage, a documentary on the making of Alien 3. Really good documentary. It's on this box set. It's on every DVD and Alien quadrilogy box set now. Wreckage and Rage, the making of Alien 3, which explains everything about how David Fincher, the director, was treated and how they, the producers kept changing the ending of the movie and everything, and this is why Alien 3 is a bit of a mess. So anyway, that's number 10. Number 9 is Fear of the Flesh, the making of David Cronenberg's The Fly, which is there. Fear of the Flesh, which runs for 2 hours and 16 minutes. This is a great documentary, Fear of the Flesh. Love it. You know, every aspect of the remake of The Fly. Awesome documentary. Now, let's go to number 8, which is Beware the Moon, the making of American Werewolf in London. Great documentary retrospective, which runs for an hour and 37 minutes and 37 seconds. Boy, am I good. I'm only joking. At number 7 is the Friday the 13th Chronicles. Here we go. The Friday the 13th Chronicles 8-part featurette. I haven't written down how long this documentary is, but I think it runs for close enough to, I think it's an hour and a half or more. Maybe 2 hours, I'm not too sure. But it's a pretty good 8-part documentary on the US edition. It's probably on the Blu-ray tin as well, I don't have that. So that's at number 7, Friday the 13th Chronicles. At number 6 is Phantasmagoria, which is a documentary retrospective on the making of the original Phantasm, Phantasm 2, Phantasm 3 and Phantasm 4 Oblivion. Yeah, the Phantasm quadrilogy. Where is it? It's there somewhere. There we go. Phantasmagoria. Awesome documentary, which was never released in the US, this documentary, or this box set. Which is good, because the US, they always get the greatest releases, or they get a hell of a lot more than we get over here. Plus, I hear that Arrow DVD and Blu-ray are going to the States. Little bastards. Alright, let's move on. I'm at 7:44 now. Let's move on. So, okay, so at number 4, I meant to say little bastards. I meant to say Arrow. Arrow are bastards. I didn't say anything about the States. I said Arrow. I'm talking about the Arrow company. This company here. I think they're moving to the States. Whatever. Okay. Why can't they share with us too? Anyway, who cares? Maybe we'll blame Donald Trump, okay? Okay, so at number 4 is Crystal Lake Memories, which runs about 7 hours in length. If you bought this on the website, there's 10 hours. It's a 10-hour documentary. Anyway, I only have this version. Very, very good documentary. 7 hours. It's very good. Very in-depth. But before I saw this, I already knew most of this anyway. It didn't really surprise me too much, but it still is a great documentary. And this is my top 3 documentaries so far. At number 3 is Going to Pieces, Rise and Fall of the Slasher Film, which is very good, but I wish they would talk more about... At the beginning, I wish they'd talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Black Christmas more, but they don't really talk about those hardly at all, maybe a little bit. But when I bought this, and I bought this as well, pretty much at the same time, I used to watch these, every 2 or 3 weeks for something like 2 years. I still love them. So, Going to Pieces runs for an hour and 28 minutes, and I gotta say, it's a short documentary, but it's an awesome documentary. Love it. Going to Pieces, the rise and fall of the slasher film. Great interviews with this asshole here, huh? This asshole here. We've got the master. That's not the master there. This is the master here. And that's the master there too. Okay, great interviews with John Carpenter, Wes Craven, loads of different horror directors, producers, actors and everything else. You have to have this in your collection. It's only a 1-disc edition, but it's awesome. Going to Pieces, Rise and Fall of the Slasher Film. At number 2 is Halloween, 25 Years of Terror. I'm not talking about the rest of the features on this 4-disc edition, just this standard main documentary, which runs for only an hour and 23 minutes. But I love this. This is one of the best documentaries ever for me. It really should have ran for about 2.5 hours, but it's just a really brief but awesome documentary. I said that already, didn't I? I keep repeating myself. Halloween 20... I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't made a video in about 2 or 3 months. And at number 1 is Never Sleep Again, The Elm Street Legacy, which runs for around 4 hours. Awesome documentary. My favourite horror documentary of all time. And has other features on here as well, which make it about, I'd say, maybe 5 or 6 hours in length in total. But the main documentary is 4 hours long. Yeah, great documentary. Love it. Love Elm Street. And I think that this is the best documentary ever. I love the way it's done. It's just brilliant. I think it's so much better than Crystal Lake Memories. Some people will hate me for that, but this is the better documentary for me. That was my top 20 horror documentaries. I hope you liked it. And I'm going to make some honourable mentions here. Okay, some honourable mentions. We've got The Shark Is Still Working, the making of Jaws. Fear of God, the making of The Exorcist. One by One We Will Take You, the untold saga of Evil Dead. An Eye for Horror, Dario Argento. Just Desserts, making of Creepshow. Nightmares and Foam Rubber, making of Creepshow 2. We have Leviathan, the story of Hellraiser 2, and then Hellraiser 3 as well. Mainly it's about Hellraiser 1 and 2. Return to the Living Dead and The Many Days of the Dead. And there is many, many more documentaries out there. You already know that. You don't need me to tell you. Boom, I'm out of here.